What is up, you guys? Let's give it a few minutes, see who pops up on the live stream. So we have BJ says hi, Aiden says hi, Sylviana says hi. Hi, how are you guys? I'm here from Baltimore. That's what Yink says. Uh, Termia says, hey Sergio. Laura says, Sergio. Underhill's consent says, hola. Carla says, bien guapo con su haircut. Sí, todos los viernes un haircut. Esther says, hi Sergio. Hi, how are you? Ready to Kiki with the girlies. Yo también. Valeria Garcia dice, hola. Ivierto Ramirez dice, hi love. Hi, how are you? Oh my god, I'm so excited for this live stream. Tammy says hello, my new friend Detroit here. So we have Detroit, we have Baltimore. I know we have Texas here, in the house. Hola, you guys are too funny. Yeah, nice cut. All right, a live. Yes, my second live of the year. I'm trying to go back into doing them more consistently as I once did. I really, really miss doing live streams, and I just decided to change the setup for this video. I feel like I want to be more warm, more cozy. I'm wearing the sweater that I have not worn in such a long time, so I decided, you know what? Today we're feeling kind of cozy vibes. It's very cold here in Houston, and I know it's very cold in like literally everywhere. We got hi from New York. Sylviana says from Arlington. Is it Arlington, Texas? I believe you've been on live streams before, so I believe it is Arlington, Texas. Ying says finally caught you live. I always watch you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But yes, today is Friday. This week went by so fast. A lot of things have been happening as far as like the weather and just all over. So, it's always good to start a good live stream before, the weekend starts. Friday is the best day of the week in my opinion. Fridays and Sundays. Sunday fun day is also a good day. Esther says, Sergio, huge fan, love your videos from Peru. So we have Peru in the house. Thank you so much, Esther. Yes, so it is Arlington, Texas. Miss Jelly is from Chicago. We have Chicago in the house. We got Louisville, Texas. So that's not too close from Grand Prairie, where I used to live. And also Arlington and Grand Prairie are basically next to each other. Max says, hello. Hello, how are you? I have my water ready because I feel like last time I was running out of breath. And so this time around, I am going to be very hydrated. Max says, glad to be here. Texas, yes, what is new? I haven't seen any shopping videos. There will be shopping videos soon. I have a Nordstrom Rack one that I have to edit, but that one's the one that should be coming up next from Clear the Rack. I got a few goodies, but not a whole lot. I've been doing a little bit more sit-down videos, but there will be more shopping vlogs coming your way. Watching from South America, finally caught live. I never saw who won the coach giveaway. I hoped it was me. So who won the giveaway? I'll actually look it up right now. I can go into my DMs. Actually, let me go into my stories where I announced it. And I actually shipped the item. Let me see. But it was a lovely lady, I believe. I forgot where I shipped the package, but I can go back and look at everything. But let me look it up. I think the giveaway ended the 15th, right? Or the 1st, something like that. Let's see. I will find it right now. Give me 1 second, guys. So this is the person who won the giveaway. It's right here. I announced it on February 2nd. It's right here. Sorry, my phone cracked like 3 days ago, so I have to get my phone repaired and in the front because I don't like to have cases. But the winner was Sandy_Perez. And if you just want to see, I did announce the winner on February 2nd, and that is who won the Coach Hart giveaway. And I'll be having another giveaway very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. Let's see, we got Wisconsin. Maria Earl says, hello from SoCal. I was just checking my order size from the Tory Burch sale. So excited for my new Kira top handle. What color did you get? Did you get the gray one? The sample sale, or like the sale was really good. They had like a lot of great items. Um, and then the Saks Fifth Avenue sale is really great because a lot of the Coach handbags are full price, like the Coach pillows. They're like 20% off as well. So there have been a lot of great deals recently, more than I usually see in the spring season. So I'm very, very, very excited to see what other deals people are going to be bringing out. I mean, I know Tory Burch and Coach should be having their spring event very soon. So there's going to be a lot of great deals on that. And then, usually when one starts like in the contemporary brands like Tory Burch, Coach, Michael Kors, Kate Spade, they all kind of do it all around the same time. So there's a lot of great contemporary deals that are be coming up my way. The Houston Galleria got like a pop-in Tory Burch store. Like it's like all green. It's really pretty. While the regular Tory Burch boutique is getting kind of like they're giving it a refresh. So I walked past by it the other day and it looks really, really pretty. But I cannot wait for the new kind of Tory Burch boutique to be open. And I believe it's the largest boutique as far as square footage in Texas. It's a pretty large boutique considering Tory Burch stores tend to be a little bit more on the smaller side. Carla says, "Hey girly from Chicago. Yes, I got it. I got the gray one. I needed a gray bag in my collection. I need a gray bag in my collection too. I mean, I have a pull-in one, but it kind of leans towards more kind of a nudie color. Because I got my pillow bag yesterday. You are gonna love it. It's gonna be so squishy and lovable. And find that the pillow bag looks better more in the spring season than in the winter. I love it. I love, 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 love mine. Um, do you like Hermes or YSL? I love both of them. But I prefer Saint Laurent, and the reason is because I have more Saint Laurent items. I have more. I don't have any Hermes bags. I only have Hermes belt, Hermes sandal, Hermes hat, and Hermes wallet, and that's all I have from Hermes. Versus from Saint Laurent, I have like Saint Laurent shorts, shirts, jackets. I have Saint Laurent bags. I have Saint Laurent shoes. I don't know what else I have from Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent pouches. So I have a lot of more Saint Laurent variety, and I can make a full look. Saint Laurent belts. I have more variety to make a Saint Laurent look than Hermes. I can wear my Saint Laurent sneakers with my Saint Laurent bag, with my Saint Laurent blazer, with my Saint Laurent shorts, and I can have like a full Saint Laurent moment. Versus Hermes, I can't because I don't even have Hermes ready to wear or even a bag to begin with. So I really like both, but I would say if I have to pick one as of now, I love Saint Laurent a lot, a lot, a lot. By the way, I love the pull-in bags. You are going to get another shape. Yes, I'm gonna get another shape very, very soon. I love pull-in. I think it goes very much with my kind of like clean, kind of contemporary kind of style. And so I think there's the pull-in brand aesthetic and the pull-in brand in general really matches my style, especially during the day. So for me, I love, love, love pull-in, and I mean I think they're really great quality bags. Um, Let's see. What about Gucci? I love Gucci. I love Gucci shoes, Gucci bags. Gucci is my favorite monogram for designer, and I also like Gucci. I mean Goyard as well. Gucci. I have nothing bad to say about it. I love almost everything Gucci. Some stuff can be borderline like a little bit too much for my tasting, a little bit too extra. But a lot of the core Gucci items and a lot of more of the classic looking items I love, and I love the Gucci heritage, and I think that the quality really matches the price point. And I think Gucci handbags compared to other brands, or anything undercurring, so anything like Balenciaga, Saint Laurent, Gucci, anything under the Kering brand, Bottega Veneta, I think that they really stand behind their quality, and the quality of their items are phenomenal. So for me, I like Gucci. I like anything under Kering, to be honest, and the quality never really disappoints. VF says, how do you keep the weight off, and how do you not get discouraged if you gain a few pounds back? So right now, since I was in Dallas, I gained maybe like 4 or 5 pounds. And for me, where I noticed the weight very easily, it's not even my stomach. I noticed the weight in my face. Some people can gain weight, but then they have a very slim face. For me, I gain a lot of the weight in my face. So for me, that's when I know. And when I get discouraged, I just end up eating like a lot healthier. Like I have 2 water bottles that I want to drink before like 10. And so for me, I just kind of go back into my routine. And usually every time I go into vacation or I go to Dallas for a few days, I ended up not, I don't really watch my diet versus when I'm in Houston. I'm very, very, really strict, and I have, because I have my own place. I can do everything that I need to get done. If I need to cook something, and there's nothing like being in your own home. So for me, it's a lot more easier for me to maintain that. But I don't really get discouraged. I just know whenever I get back home, I have to kind of maintain that. And so I never really get discouraged. I think my weight always fluctuates. So right now, my weight is fluctuating from 150 to 155. It kind of fluctuates. Right now, I'm kind of like more 154 ish. And then about like in a week, I should probably be back into the 150s. Um, but yeah, I never really get discouraged. I think fluctuating in weight is a good thing. But if you ever feel discouraged, I would say just go back into the grind. And I think there's nothing like leaving the gym or cooking a meal or eating something healthy that puts you back into the mood. I got a pillow tabby in black, and I'm noticing it scratches easily. For me, the pillow doesn't scratch super easily. I feel like the bottom is the only way that I can see that it scratches easily. As far as like the front and in the back, and on the flap and on the side. I don't really notice it, but I do notice in the back, at the bottom, just because there's no feet, it does scratch a little bit easily. But also with the bag, I tend to put it more. I usually watch the surface because it is a light cream color. But you're not the first person to say that it scratches easily, but it is a softer leather. So um, you have to be a little bit more careful than maybe like other materials, but it does scratch easily because I had one of my friends' moms, she had a bag, and she would like take it to the bars and to the clubs, and her bag got trashed very, very easily. Versus me, when I have that bag, I'm a little bit more careful about how I wear the bag. But you are right, the bag does scratch a little easily, but as long as you take care of it, it should be good. But if you are going to wear it like every day for like the next 6 months, you are going to get a little bit of wear on it. Max says, "What do you think about big logos?" So I'm a big fan of big logos or like monogram items. Like I have this Burberry shawl that I recently got that has the Burberry checkered print, and that has a TB, and I have some monogram items that are larger. They tend to be more third pieces. I think there's a time and a place for them, and they have to be styled with everything else being tamed, because it could be very much a little bit too much. So as you can see, like out of all the clothes here, there's only one graphic and then one item with this. Everything else does not have a branding on it. But it's okay to have like logos if you're into that. I'm definitely into that. But I kind of pick and choose how I style it because it could be too much very, very soon. Erie says, "Hey, yay." Grisel says, "Hi, how are you?" Um, BJ says, "I'm going to be living the Gucci fantasy. Just bought the Diana Jumbo GG tote. Oh my god, I love the Diana bag. I mean, I like what the way Gucci's going towards. I may not be a big fan of that new Adidas collection that they did, I think today or yesterday. I'm not a big fan of like Gucci North Face. I did like Gucci and Balenciaga. I think that was a good move because first of all, they're both owned by the same parent company, so it's all going toward the same parent company versus like versus Versace and Fendi. Fendi is owned by LVMH, and then Michael Kors, Capri Holdings, it's Michael Kors, Jimmy Choo, and Versace. So they have to kind of like split through that a little bit more versus, Gucci and Balenciaga, it's the same parent company. So it was strategically done well. But congratulations on your new bag, and yes, live the GG fantasy for me. I feel like I'm overdue for a Gucci bag in my collection. It's so extra. No, I mean the Diana bag's gorgeous, and I mean we're all here for a Gucci monogram moment. Tammy says, "Still trying to decide on my first bag. I'm in love with the Tory Burch Miller sandals. So the Miller sandals are very comfortable. So if you have more smaller feet or regular feet, the classic Millers will always be a great one. I suggest getting them more in the darker colors because the lighter colors can show wear on them a little bit easy. The cloud ones is a little bit more of a Birkenstock vibe. It's a little bit more for wider feet. Like me, I have very wide feet, and those fit perfectly. But if I were to choose a Miller and the regular, I'd probably get like the classic Vachetta or get any of the patent leather ones. The patent leather ones tend to hold up pretty well, and I those are the ones that I would recommend. And as far as your first bag, I feel like you should take your time. I feel like you should not rush into it. The last thing you want is to have a bag that you felt rushed, or maybe a sales associate pressured you, or social media pressured you, and now you're stuck with something that you don't love. So I would say, Tammy, I'll say still, be strong and be patient. And whenever you see something, or when you see the one, you'll know what it is. Um, Valeria Garcia says, "Have you watched The House of Gucci?" Yes, I have watched The House of Gucci when it first came out. It was very interesting. I think Lady Gaga did a great performance. I think the guy that's part of the new Burberry Hero fragrance, I always forget his name. I think he was in Star Wars: The Force Awakens. I think it's that same guy. He did a really great job acting, but I did watch it, and I think it was a really really great um, movie. I really liked it. Max said, "I got a pair of Gucci loafers in October. Awful quality." Well, I've had mine for. Oh no, they're not here. They're over there. But I will say the lighter colored ones, anything that's not black gets wear on them extremely easy. I have the white ones, and I've only worn them a handful of times, and they get wear on them very very easily. Versus my Prada ones have been, girl, my Prada ones have been through the gigs. They have been through the gigs, like they have been through the gigs. They definitely need to go. They have scratches. Girl, I probably need to like stop wearing them for a little bit because they're getting a lot of wear. But I love them so much. But I will say, um, the Gucci ones are a little bit more on the delicate side, and I would say those are more kind of like daytime shoes, if you ask me. But anything but if all the colored ones, the red ones, the white ones, the brown ones, they all get wear on them very very easily. The only ones that you don't really get a lot of wear on them is the black one, and just because they're black. So I can definitely see because I remember one of my friends got the red ones and they were trash within like a season, just because the leather is very very soft on them. Yasi Delgado says your shoe and sandal recommendation for spring and summer. So obviously it's gonna be Miller season, so I'm always gonna recommend a Trey Birch Miller sandal. I like the Ro Ginza sandal. That's a sandal that I bought last year in the summertime. I love, and you can never go wrong with the Hermes Oron sandal. I think Sam Edelman always makes really great sandals under $100. And I'm trying to think if you want more comfortable designer sandals. Last time when I was at the Jimmy Choo outlet in San Marcos, they had like a lot of pretty sandals like under 250. And Jimmy Choo is known for being really great, comfortable, like summer shoes. And also a lot of like jelly type shoes are very in. I know Gucci has one, Alexander McQueen has one. Obviously Valentino had theirs for many years. I think that jelly trend is still going to be popular because last time I walked through Neiman's and Saks, they had so many of them. I personally don't care a lot for the jelly sandals. I think I'd rather have like a leather pair of sandals, but I think those ones are going to be some of the popular ones that I would recommend. But for me, I'm definitely going to be living in my Ginza, the Rose sandals, and my Troy Birch Miller sandals, and then my Hermes sandals. Those are going to be the ones that I'm going to be living in within the next season, even though I do have like Gianvito Rossi ones, I have Alaya ones, and some from other brands. Those are going to be the ones that I'm going to be living in. And also, I think you can never go wrong with like a Birkenstyle type sandal. I think they kind of go with everything. And then also the Valentino Rockstud, the classic ones, and they're non-jelly. I feel like you can never, ever, ever go wrong with those. And I'm trying to see the Hermes Oron sandals that have the strap on the back, the backing. I think it makes it look a little bit more dressy. So I do like those as well. Edith Morales says, "Hi Sergio, I love your videos. What do you think about the Toy Birch Petite Lee Roswell?" So I think the petite is the one that's 548, or is it the even smaller one? Let's look it up. I always forget the name. Okay, so it is the one that's 548. So I do like it a lot. It does not fit a phone. I remember when I worked at Nordstrom 2 years ago, we got it as a Mother's Day package, and I really wanted to buy it back then, but it just didn't fit my phone, and that's the only reason why I haven't purchased it. I think they made it a little bit slightly bigger. I think they re-updated it. I think your phone now fits in it, but you can literally not fit anything in it. I think it's so pretty. I would love to add it, but it's also that very smooth leather, so you can get all wear on it very, very, very easily. So I would be a little bit careful about that. But I do love the Lee Roswell collection in general, and I think the petite one is good. Trey Birch recently had a price increase. That bag used to be 498, now it's 548. This one went up. I think it's 698, and I think now it's 748. The Perry toes are 448 from I think from what were they like 348? So they went up $100. A lot of Troy Birch items recently had a um, price increase on a lot of the items. Congrats! That sounds like a real good purchase. Oh, for the Gucci, yes. You're gonna love your Gucci handbag. Um, Yink says, "Do you ever buy any Troy Birch jewelry?" I love the earrings. So, my mom, my tias, my madrina, they all love Troy Birch jewelry. I don't have any in my collection, but I've never heard anything wrong about Tory Burch jewelry. Like I've never seen it tarnish. I've never seen it look kind of raggedy or kind of turning colors. I know like for the longest, like when I was growing up, I would always have like Kendra Scott necklaces and stuff. And over time, I was in high school and stuff like that, or like when I first started working at Nordstrom Rack, and I would buy them, and they would get rusty very easily. Um, but I would say the Tory Burch I never really heard as nothing really bad. They tend to wear very nicely, and I even when I did returns like in jewelry and like when I would take care of things, I've never seen nobody return like a crusty looking Tory Burch jewelry item. I've seen Kendra Scott, even though they've gone a lot better now. I've seen other brands, but no, I don't have any. But I've heard nothing bad about them. I've heard nothing but good things about them. Um, let's see. What do you think about Brandon Blackwood? Are the Q bags a complete dupe of boy bags? So let me look it up just to have a refresh, because sometimes I kind of get things. Um, the Q bag, I don't think so. I think boy bags. No, I think they're a little bit different. I do like Brandon Blackwood in general. I think his items are made pretty great quality for the price point. You get the box, you get the dust bag, but regardless of that, I think the actual handbag is made pretty well. I have the one with like the little baguette style, and I like wearing it. I wouldn't expect. They're not like, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. They're not gonna be like designer like premium quality. Like don't expect like Fendi quality or like something like that. And I'm being honest, but they are good quality. Like it feels like it should be at least like if the bag, I think the bag was 170. For that they can charge $300 and people would still buy it. But I wouldn't compare it to super premium from through what I experienced. But they are pretty nice bags, and I do really like to wear them. And I don't think that the koi bags are a complete dupe. I think they're a little different, but I can definitely see where you're coming from. But I do like Brandon Blackwood as a brand, and I do see myself purchasing more from his brand as well. Carla says, "Have you seen the new angular Tory Burch sunglasses? I just got the black ones and the brown ones, and they're fire. Let me know what you think of them. I'm wearing them in my profile picture. I think I know what you're talking about. I think the ones that have like the like the shiny on the side, like it's the here. Let me look it up. That's one thing about lives that you can look up everything. Yes, I do like those. Yes, I've seen those before. The models were wearing them for the campaign, and I remember when I still worked at Nordstrom, I wish we got them, but we never. I don't think Nordstrom bought them. Maybe they have them now. But back then they didn't. But I do like them a lot. They kind of give me kind of like that Prada runway kind of look. They kind of give me that kind of like that style that's very like a little bit tiny, but not super tiny, but there are a little bit of wraparounds. And then since you got them in blue, two colors, that means you really like them. So I like them a lot, and I have yet to try them on, but I definitely should try them on. And the last time I tried Boutique, I didn't see them in store, but I have seen them in campaigns, and I've seen them like on videos and stuff, and they look like pretty great glasses. Um, the leather had plastic layer on top of the grain. It does not let the leather hydrate when shining. Oh, I didn't even know that, but I do remember that happening a lot. So one time when I worked at Nordstrom, I always reference that. So there was Kate Spade bags that had like a layer on it, and the bag would literally kind of like milk, like it looked like milk, like it would like you like she had the bag in plastic, and the bag was like draining. It was like I've never seen nothing like that. So I exactly know what you're talking about. I would try to talk to Gucci, see what they can do. They're pretty nice about things, or if you bought it through a department store, they're probably even nicer depending on the time frame that you bought it. But I exactly know what you're meaning, because I remember there was a line of Kate Spade bags that had like this like milking problem. It was so gross. It was like it was literally like I cannot explain it. Like literally like it looked like milk was coming out of the bag. It was really gross, but I exactly know what you're talking about. VF positive mindset with weight. I just think that at the end of the day, regardless what your goal is, I feel like you have to keep in mind that everything is not done in a day, everything is not done in a month, everything's a work in progress. And also you have to keep in mind that it's more of a lifestyle change. It's not something where I'm going to eat meal prep for a month or for a year, and then I'm going to stop doing it and go back to my bad habits or my regular habits, because then you're all that work is basically going to be done for nothing. You have to also learn that it's a lifestyle change. It's not a. I wouldn't. I don't see. like losing weight as a diet. I consider it more as a lifestyle change. So for me, I drink soda, especially if I'm a little hungover, but I don't really drink soda like that. I don't eat a lot of sweets. So for Valentine's Day, I got like so much candy, and honestly, be honest, I honestly just threw it all away. I just I don't like to be surrounded with sweets. I don't, because I know I'm gonna eat it all. So for me, you just have to see it as a lifestyle change and don't see it as a weight, like losing weight and a diet. Because once you see it as a diet, you see it as temporary. But when you think about it as a lifestyle change, you think about it for the rest of your life, or habits that you'll have for a long period of time. So I think that's a good positive mindset to have, that it diet sounds like more kind of like failure, sounds more like temporary, and lifestyle change sounds more permanent. So I would say your mindset is to maybe change it. If you haven't changed it into more of a lifestyle change, that's what I would change it to. Also, the leather lining peeled of the heel. Yeah, on my white ones, they're like peeling just a little bit, but I also was wearing them in the grass and stuff, like for Easter last year. But I would try to talk to Gucci to see what they could do. Um, you never know. They're pretty lenient about stuff like that. The Adam driver, let's look it up real quick. Oh yeah, Adam Driver. Yeah, that's the guy that I was talking about from Gucci. Tell me why I thought that was the name of a Gucci shoe. Oh my god, so embarrassing. But yes, that's what I'm talking about. Adam Driver. Spanish videos, please. I think Spanish videos will be coming. I do have like already like a domain, like canal que se llama Sergio Secretos. Like I already have the channel like named and stuff. Nomás no ha sido videos. I tried to hacer videos en español, pero siento como mi español no está dos, tres. So, si comienzo con un canal en español, va a ser como yo más aprendo más español, porque en inglés, lo que no sé en inglés lo digo en español, lo que no sé en español lo digo en inglés. So, va a ser español, maybe el 90%, maybe 10% inglés. Ya poco por poco, pues que personas me correctan o que hablo un poquito más español, me va a ser un poquito más mejor, pero video español es algo que planeo hacer en el futuro, ya cuando tengo ya como más como 80,000 subscribers, es cuando miro hacer un poquito más como vlogs en español, compras español, hablando por español, y sí tengo un audience que le gusta que hablo español 100%, o trato de ser el 100%. Samantha says, Sergio, how do you feel about the Gucci Swarovski Crystal GG belt? Please view link to view the belt. Love you and love your videos. It won't let me link, but there is online one on Farfetch. So I'm just gonna put. I think I know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna Google Swarovski belt Gucci, and it should pop up. I think I know what you're talking about. Yes, I see it right here. Oh, I like it. One of my coworkers when I worked at Nordstrom had it, and she got a lot of compliments on it. I think it's a great incorporation of the GG Marmot, but since it's embellished, I find that it kind of gives it more of a newer take and it's not overdone. I do like it, and especially belts are kind of getting expensive, and I think 720 is a lot for a belt, but considering it in a classic Hermes belt or a Chanel belt or even Louis Vuitton will run you like somewhere around that or even more. I think I paid like $1,100 for my Hermes belt, and like I think now the YSL belts are 550. So the fact that it's 720, it's not that far off. So I think it's reasonable price, and especially if it's gonna be something that you would wear a lot. And my coworker that had it, she wore it like for 2 years straight. Whenever she first started working there, and she never had anything fall off on it. I think she may have sprayed hairspray. Don't do it. I would suggest doing research, but I think she told me she sprayed hairspray on it just to make sure nothing happens to it. And last time that I saw her working at Nordstrom when I was in Dallas, she was still wearing it. So it looks like it's a really good investment. Brian Gonzalez says, Material Girl. Yes, Material Girl in the house. I think we all are Material Girls. You guys can call me Tia Girl, Uncle Girl, whatever you want to. Hi from Denton, Texas. You told me before who did your alterations in North Park, and where did you take your shoes for a pair in Dallas? Okay, so for alterations, I take it to this lady at the Nordstrom Rack in Arlington. There's only one tailor in the Park Mall Arlington Nordstrom Rack. She did my alterations way before I started working there, and like when that Nordstrom Rack opened like years ago. I think when I was 14, 15, I remember getting things that weren't even from Nordstrom getting altered there. She's a good alter. And then I forgot the other lady's name at North Park. I forgot her name, but though there's only one at the Parks Mall of Arlington, and she does it. She's off Mondays and Tuesdays, but she's there every day out of the week. She does a really great job. She's done trousers, blazers, shirt. She's done everything. And then the one in Dallas, I always forget her name, but honestly, I only went with her a few times. She does a good job, but I would always go back to the one in Arlington. Even though lived in Dallas, I would every time I would visit my parents, I would just go visit her. As far as shoes, Dino's in Highland Park does they've fixed my Chanel flat before. They put soles on Gucci shoes. They've done so much, and so Dino's of Highland Park in Highland Park Village, because I know there's two Dinos. There's one like in Uptown, and then there's one in actual Highland Park Village, like the shopping center. And just anybody there will help you out. They're so nice. They're so sweet. They do kind of take a little bit of a long time, but it's because they have so much business and they do such a phenomenal job. And I've every single friend that I recommended from there and have never ever had a anything bad. So Dino's of Highland Park in Highland Park Village. It's like maybe like 5 minutes away from 10 minutes away from North Park. And then I remember now, Linda. She's this Asian lady, and she it always looks really good. She's altered some stuff for me. Linda at North Park in Nordstrom. She's done my alterations. I forgot her name. I'm so sorry, but Linda from North Park Nordstrom does a good job. And that's the only person that I will let. And then the lady from the Nordstrom Rack in Arlington. And then here I have found a lady here at the Nordstrom Rack. And then Highland Park, Dino's. Vanessa, so hopefully that helps you out. But repair, they do a good job. And the repairs for shoes and handbags isn't really that expensive compared to what other places have charged. And they do a good job. Vanessa Phillips says, "Hey, Sergio, wanted to say I love your channel. What do you think about Valentino bags and Prada nylon worth the investment?" So, first of all, Valentino bags. I love Valentino bags. I've been loving the new like jumbo kind of Roman studs. I've always been a big fan of the rock studs. I know they kind of go in and out of style. Like people say they're out one season, and people love them one season. I will always be kind of a Valentino Rockstar type of girl. It's kind of edgy, but then since the whole brand is a little bit more feminine, it kind of makes it a little bit more feminine. So I like the nice balance between both of them. And so for me, I like Valentino bags for the most part, with an exception maybe the new Roman studs. Anything that's like prior rock stud, I'll probably buy pre-loved. And as far as Prada nylon, I actually have my Prada nylon bag here. So I actually had to send this bag for repair. Well, actually, if you guys saw my review on this, which you can just put Sergio Secret Prada. So I unboxed this when I got it in London, and then I showed you guys like a review. So here, the glazing like came completely off, and it had a 1 year warranty. But since C happened, and so I wasn't able to get it fixed. So I sent it to fix in August, way before I even moved to Houston. I was at the Prada boutique buying the Prada hat, and then when I came back like 2 or 3 weeks later, I took it to get repaired, and then I paid $81 with tax to get this fixed, even though it really wasn't my fault. Like it's not like I was like touching, rubbing this; it fell. This bag when I bought it in the UK was like $950 like 2 years ago with VAT refund and everything. Now this baby is, I think, what 1590, 1690, something like that. Basically, almost $2,000 or $1,900 for this nylon bag versus like almost double what I paid for 2 years ago because I bought it in February of 2020. I like it. I will always say it's worth the money. I will always keep this. I will never sell this. I will never sell my Prada shoes, my Prada runway glasses, my Prada bucket hat. It's all my complete set. I love it. I just don't know if I were to lose this bag or something were to happen to it. I don't know if I would go and spend $1,900 on a Prada nylon bag for this one. There's other ones that I feel like are worth it, but I don't know. I don't know if I would spend this much. I think the way they charge, so the regular ones here with the strap are like 1,100. So you're basically paying like $500 or $600 for this strap. Not sure if I want to do that. So I think it's worth it because I've had it for 2 years, even though right now I'm going to start using it more because I didn't use it because of this. And it took a long time to repair. So it took August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Almost took 6 months. I love it. I'm going to get more wear on it. Never going to sell it. And I've let many of my friends borrow it. Nothing bad. There's literally no wear on it. I think it's worth it, but I don't know if I would pay the price that it is now. But $950 for me, I thought it was worth it. I think I kind of lost once it kind of went over $1,500 when I was like, that's a little bit too much. But I mean, because it is nylon, like nylon's not an expensive material to make. That's why Longchamp like pliage bags are like $145 and they're great quality. So if I have to estimate the cost of this, like how much product make pays for this for material and everything, I think this doesn't cost more than $200. So there's a huge markup compared to like leather bags. But I mean, I love it and I don't see myself ever getting rid of it. So for me, it's worth it. And if you see the value in it and you're loving it and you see yourself having it for many years, then I would see the wear in it. I've taken this to Six Flags every single trip, very easy to travel with, very light, get compliments on it. And I love it. So I would say it's worth it for me. So, and that's a bag that still is kind of expensive pre loved. So I would honestly buy it brand new from the boutique if you ask me. Do you think it's worth spending money on designer glasses? It depends the brand. So for me, glasses that I don't mind spending full price on are like Oliver People, um, Prada, like the very trendy glasses. I don't mind spending them because usually trendy glasses, they're not like they go away within a season. They kind of like come and go in waves. So I'll kind of like show you some of mine. Just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So I have a few of them here. I wouldn't. So my Prada runway glasses, the black ones went missing, so I have to rebuy them. The white ones, they're somewhere around here. But I just, for me, what's worth it is, um, if I'm gonna get, if they're gonna be my collection for over a year. I think sunglasses for me, I was never really confident, especially when I was fat. I always loved glasses. So these are Oliver People. I think they're about to be a year old. I wear them all the time. They're very classic. They go with everything. So for me, they were worth it. And I just got these 20% off when I worked at Nordstrom. These ones, when my grandpa died, I bought them brand new from Sunglass Hut. And I think my grandpa's anniversary should be like 3 years and like 2 or 3 months. And so I wear them all the time. They're so classic. They're so current. I think they're worth the money. I think I paid maybe 293 when they first came out, and I wasn't. I think, yeah, I bought them and they were sold out on Nordstrom. These are my Saint Laurent ones. Got these like 2 years ago. Classic, current. I mean, they still make them. I think they're worth it. I got these Celine ones. I did get these gifted from Celine when I worked at Nordstrom, but I mean, these never go out of style and they would always sell out in the summertime. I think they're worth it. These ones I got in the anniversary sale. So I do think designer glasses are worth it, and you can see the quality and the difference of the lens. Even I have Maui gyms too, but I feel like there's nothing like expensive glasses. Now, if you are on a budget, Nordstrom Rack does, and like Saks Off Fifth does have like the Ferragamos, the Chloe's, like those brands that always go on sunglasses, and they're the same quality as those. They may not be the most current, but they are the same quality because a lot like Luxottica makes Chanel glasses, they make Ray Bans, they make Oliver People, they make all the brands, and then Marc Lan makes like Tom Ford, Montclair, and then there's other brands that make all these little glasses. So they all basically come from like only 4 or 5 companies make all the glasses basically that are designers. So I do think they're worth spending on. I would just be picky and take care of them and don't lose them like I did my Prada glasses, my runway. I'm so sad, but I mean I love them so much. I'm gonna repurchase them. But the white ones they're somewhere around here, but I know the black ones for sure I lost them. Um, Forget My Name says, "Hey everyone." Kimberly Williams says, "Hi Sergio." Hi, Forget My Name, and hi Kimberly Williams. Um, Big fan, love that you go live now every week. This is from Kali. Yes, I go through. I started to do live streams in like last year, like especially during the summertime, and I love to do them. And so I'm finally happy that I'm finally doing them back. I love to do live streams. They're one of my favorite things to do. Let's see. Um, Michelle, did you see Brandon's exotic leather bags? I'm definitely putting on my want list. I think Brandon's are shaped to be ladylike bags like the ones from the 60s. Yes, now with the exotics, I've had heard great things, and they're kind of the price points of kind of like entry level or mid intro designer bags, and those in designer bags would be thousands of dollars. And he's one of the few contemporary brands that I actually see do full force exotic versus some other brands I don't. Like Coach Exotic is expensive, but Brendan Blackwood is pretty reasonable compared to other even contemporary brands. Kimberly says, um, Let's see. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Kimberly. Appreciate it. Johnny says, why do LV and Gucci keep doing their price increases? First of all, when one does it, the other ones will to keep with the exclusivity and kind of keep with the times. If Burberry has a price increase and Gucci has a price increase, well, anything current usually they have a price increase around the same time. So usually when Gucci has a price increase, it's going to be Saint Laurent, Bottega Veneta, and Balenciaga as well. When it comes to LVMH, it's a little bit different, but when it's LVMH, it's going to be Dior, it's going to be Fendi, it's going to be, Louis Vuitton. Usually it's around the holidays or right after the holidays, and they just do it to keep up with the exclusivity. If Hermes has a Chanel price increase and Chanel has one, all the other brands are going to have one, and that's just to keep with the exclusivity of the brand. I know it sounds kind of messed up, but it's true. But also, you kind of have to blame the consumers at that point because people are so willing to buy those items. But they just do it. When one does it, all the other ones follow. Um, what's a good designer men's cologne? So I'm gonna say Tom Ford Ombre Leather. I've had like so many bottles of those. I recently just finished one that I keep in the car. I have one in the bathroom, and it's my nighttime fragrance. If you ever see me out and about, at nighttime. That's the fragrance that I use, and I love, love, love it so much. So Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Yves Saint Laurent La Homme has been one that I've been using since high school. I got that one time from Christmas from my uncle, and it's something that I repurchased. And that's the deodorant stick that I only use. I have like 4 or 5 of them around the apartment. And I would say those two are my top favorite ones. I like Byredo Bibliotech and Byredo Black Saffron. Well, those kind of fall in more into unisex fragrances, but I would say those are my favorite ones. And I think Spice Bomb by Victor and Rolf. I think you can never go wrong with that fragrance as well. Um, Yink says everybody liked the video. This is great advice. If you guys can give this a like, I would appreciate it. Yasi Delgado says, is the Veronica Scuba Blazer worth the price, basic black or white? So I actually have my Scuba Blazer here. So I recently had a price increase as well. I'm somebody that really notices on prices. So the Dickie is still 150. The Scuba went from 595 and now it's 645. So they went up $50. I mean, I've had mine for like 2 years now, and it honestly looks brand new. I wear it all the time. I usually like to wear this when I'm in airports. I like to look dressed up, and I like the hoodie part of it. But I do wear it even like out and about here in Houston. I think it's worth it. I think a lot of other Veronica period blazers really go on sale at the end of the season. Not all of them, but most of them. But I think the Scuba one, I got mine on sale because Nordstrom accidentally put it on sale when C happened, and I got mine 40% off, the Dickie and the Blazer. But if I were to lose this would be something that I'd totally repurchase. First of all, it has a scuba, so it has like a nice, beautiful stretch to it, and it makes you look very, very slim, especially if you wear like a slimming top underneath it. It gives you kind of like that kind of hourglass. It gives you a good figure. I think scuba material in general, that's a little bit more on the lighter scuba, not the super, super thick scuba. Always looks pretty great. So I think it's worth it. And if I were to lose this, I would definitely rebuy it. And I do think it was worth the money, and I love it. And it's something that I reach for all the time. And I love to wear it with my Veronica Beard scuba pant as well. And I wouldn't get the white one. I think white and scuba turns yellow very easily. I would honestly get the navy one or the classic black one. And then as far as the insert, I would probably get the gray one just because the navy and gray and black and gray looks really good. Laura says, just got my Marc Jacobs tote in the mail yesterday. Snagged the last one from Nordstrom in the color Twine, 100 influenced by you. Well, hopefully you love it. We all love the Marc Jacobs totes. They're really great. I mean, I love them. I think that the price was really good. The quality is really great on them. And I like that they always bring them out in so many fun colors and styles all the time. And you're gonna love it, Laura. So hopefully you enjoy your new handbag, because I definitely enjoy the Marc Jacobs totes. A. Lopez says, love your content, Sergio. Thank you so much. AJ's HR says, I caught you live. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see. Would you rather get a Longchamp tote, a Longchamp leather, or MCM tote? So I would honestly get the Longchamp leather just because that would go a little bit more with my style. Well, it depends. If it's MCM leather, I love MCM leather embossed. I think they do really beautiful leather. I think it's so underrated. But if you're choosing between Longchamp leather or MCM kind of like the list tote, I'll probably go through a Longchamp leather tote just because it goes a little bit more my style. It doesn't have like a big monogram on it. I think they're both really great quality. I think MCM's quality has been growing up pretty well. And actually, when you compare LV monogram canvas and MCM canvas, the MCM one's coated a little bit better, so you can. It doesn't feel more plastically, but it feels a little bit more substantial. But I'd probably choose the Longchamp over the MCM if I'm being honest. I love Highland Park Village. I love Highland Park Village too. It's such a vibe just to even have a drink or to walk by or to go to Bird Bakery or just to even browse around. Everybody seems to be really nice in HP. Um, let's see. Yes, I know the owners, but will never be disappointed. Let's see. Edith Morales says, "Do you think? What do you think of the Traybridge Micro Ella Toe? Oh, I love the little Ella Toe. I remember when it first came out. One of my friends, Michael, actually texted me. Was like, Sergio, you need this bag. You need this bag." And that was kind of like at the time where this is like maybe 2 Christmases ago, and I was like, I'm not sure I feel about mini bags because I didn't really have mini bags in my collection. But it's something that I mean, I would love to add. If I had a little mini micro tote from Ella, I would actually love to like have like the big Ella tote that I already have. That also went up in price. I don't think it's now to 250 from $200. I would love to have like to wear the small one as a crossbody, like my actual bag, and then have the other one to actually kind of like carry all my other stuff. I think that'd be a vibe. But I do love the little micro Ella tote, especially in like the classic black one. I know they've done like metallics and stuff, but I would get the black one. Elopis says, "Are you going out tonight? If so, can we see like a like outfit?" So I actually don't even know what I'm gonna wear tonight. I wanted to wear obviously this because I've been wearing it ever since I got it like 2 days ago. This is a Burberry cape, but knowing how people get and how people can be, this will probably end up getting a stain. It'll probably get damaged. And so I don't want to risk a poncho that was over $1,000 to get ruined. So I'm gonna have to wear something else. This is good. I wouldn't even wear this on Sunday Funny. I don't even trust myself. I feel like somebody would drop a mimosa on me. So I don't know what I'm gonna wear just yet. Actually, I have a FaceTime with some of my friends after this live, and so you'll probably end up seeing it on TikTok. So if you guys follow me on TikTok, Sergio's Secret, I've been trying to post a little bit more on there. You'll probably see what I'm gonna wear. But honestly, I'm probably not gonna wear anything here. I feel like everything here is too delicate. I'll probably end up wearing my Givenchy trench coat, and I'll probably just wear like a sweater underneath it and like trousers and boots, and probably my Saint Laurent 5'7" bag. But I'm not really sure what I'm gonna wear out tonight because I don't even know where we're going. I think we're gonna have a dinner, like a late dinner, and then kind of go from there. So, but it is pretty cold. I can hear the windiness through the window right now. Um, let's see. Yes, Sergio influenced me on the Marc Jacobs toe as well. They're such a functional bag. I have two in my collection now. It's get so many compliments, favorites for sure. You're going to love yours, Laura. Yes. We 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 love the Marc Jacobs toe. We stand the Marc Jacobs toe. I mean, I think it's a really great one, and I love them from the canvas ones to the leather ones to the novelty ones. I feel like I should add a basic like canvas one in my collection or leather one. I have three novelty ones. Two of them are very much like holiday-ish, like the Teddy one that I got for my birthday, and then like the pattern with the fur on it. I feel like those two are very much like Christmassy or like holiday. And then the blue denim one, the patchwork one. Ooh, I'm gonna wear that one in the summer a lot because you guys know I'm a big sucker for denim, and that with like a crisp white top with like denim jeans with like a crisp like white sneaker. It's gonna look really really good. Hey Lopez, when are you cleaning out your closet again? Love those videos. Very soon. I actually already have like a pile of clothes. Like in the living room, I literally have a pile this big of things that I want to get rid of. I just have to list them on Poshmark. It's like a bunch of clothes, shoes, accessories. I kind of go through like a purge, and I just have so much shit that I want. Part of my language. I have so much things that I need to get rid of, but I need to post them on Poshmark. And my Poshmark is Sergio's Secret, and I should probably be back posting on there soon. But I do have like so many things that I want to get rid of as my style is kind of transitioning different again. Um, OMG, love you. Can we please hang out? I just bought my first Tofar bag. Jay Prosser. It's the UGG Fleece Gray. Thoughts? I love the Tofar bag, the UGG collection. I have the medium one or the large shopper. I love it. I use it all the time. And the Fleece Gray, I love them. I think that was a really great and well thought out collaboration. I think certain collaborations don't make sense, but the UGG and the Tofar, I will say, was done very, very well and executed very well, and I'm a big fan of it, and I love the entire collection. The only thing I don't really like are the black on black ones, just because Those ones get a little bit more wear. It catches more like lint stuff, but like the gray ones and like the chestnut colors, I think those are ones are a little bit more better. Um, and let's see. Let's Can't wait to start using it. Let's see. Hi, babe. What is your take on the Alma BB? So on the Alma BB, I love the Alma BB. So I did my favorite Louis Vuitton bags to buy, and so one of my favorite Louis Vuitton bags that I would buy is going to be the Louis Vuitton Capucines, or it's going to be the Louis Vuitton Alma BB, or the Louis Vuitton Alma. And the reason why I like the Alma is just because it's a very, first of all, the BB is still under $2,000. And I know I hate to say it, but I still think it's reasonable compared to a lot of the other Louis Vuitton bags. It's not too far off from like the Louis Vuitton Speedy. So the fact that the Alma, first of all, has a structured base, it has feet at the bottom, it has a lock and key, it has a long strap. You can take the strap out, it has a top handle. It comes in, I like that it kind of comes like in a bigger, kind of more pretty box, in a bigger shopping bag. I don't know, I'm kind of like weird about that. And so um, I like the Alma BB, and I would honestly only get it in the Damier Abin. And the reason why I would only get in the Damier Abin, like I said in that video, is because the bottom of the monogram, I don't even know if they make it in Azure. I don't think they make it in Azure, but I know in the monogram one, it's vachetta leather. So regardless if you're on the rain, if you're sitting down, or even like if you have drinks and the concentration, you leave it down and there's not a coaster, you never know if like some of like the ghost towards next to your bag and it ruins it next to the vachetta leather. So for me, I would only go for the Damier Abin, and I think it's still under $2,000, I believe. So I think it's worth it. I love it. And like I said, the Alma and the Cappuccines, even though I'm not a Louis Vuitton lover, it's not my favorite brand, and I don't have anything from that brand currently. Those two are my favorite bags. But Momo, you can reference the video that I posted like 3 or 4 videos ago, and you can kind of see my thoughts, my opinions on some of the other bags. But the Alma is the first bag that I talk about in the video. Michelle says, my husband just bought a Riker. It came back, and I was wondering if you know what bag would be perfect for riding. I recently bought a brown bum bag from the men's line. For riding, I honestly, like, I use my Dagny Dover one for everything. I'll actually go and bring it to you so I can talk about it. But as far as designer, well, I heard that the Louis Vuitton bum bag is getting discontinued. Somebody said on the last live stream, somebody DM'd me that. But I'm gonna show you the Dagny Dover one, and then I'm trying to think of what's another great one that I would like. But give me 1 second. I'll grab it. So this one may not be designer, but it is contemporary. Also, I like Prada fanny packs, and usually at the Prada outlets, they have Prada fanny packs for men and for women. So usually I believe you can actually call them even if you don't have a purchase history, or if you do, you don't have to be in the actual outlet to buy it. And the bags are seem pretty great quality. This one's the small Dagny Dover one. It fits your phone in it. I've used it for like many activities outdoors. I actually have a receipt right here. You can put your cards in here. It has a little ring right here that you can put your keys in it. It has a back pocket. You can adjust the strap, and I tend to carry it more like this. But I would say this is my favorite contemporary pick. And then Longchamp also has some nice nylon ones too. I would get a material that's very easy to clean, especially if you're going to be outside. So I would probably say Dagny. I would look at the Prada ones, and then I would look at the Longchamp ones. I feel like those three would be the best ones, and I would go for more of a darker color just because it's not going to show as much wear as some of the other brands. And this I've thrown into the washer. I have the makeup bag from Dagny Dover, and because I was in Dallas and I spilled stuff on it, and literally I threw it in the washer right now. It's actually air drying, and it literally looks brand new. So this is something that I think is worth it. And Prada nylon, I probably wouldn't throw it in the washer. I've seen YouTube videos of it, but I would not. And then, but then Longchamp, I've thrown in Longchamps in the washing machine and they've been fine. Just put it gentle cycle and put it with like light items, and it should be fine. And I just put it inside out. But I would say those are like my kind of lower, because that one's under 100. I think Longchamps are like $300, and then Prada's gonna be kind of like the luxury version. AJ HR says, is Coach seen as a notable brand? Yes. So Coach got established in 1941. Coach is one of the powerhouses. So Coach is actually owned by Tapestry. So it's Coach, Kate Spade, and Stuart Weitzman. They're all within one company. So that being backed in with one of the top three of America's favorite brands. So first of all, when Kate Spade got bought out by Coach, I feel like it didn't make sense because basically that's one of Coach's competitors. I feel like they would have been off buying other brands. That's not my business. But Coach is, is backed by two, sister companies, and Coach is a $1 billion company. When you see, like, even when I go to Mexico, I see Coach boutiques. When I go all over the world, I've been to London, I do see Coach being worn all worldwide. I know it in Asia, Coach, especially like in the Philippines, like people would tell me, like some of my coworkers when I worked at Nordstrom, like they would tell me, oh my God, when my cousins come from the Philippines or they come from, from all these different Asian countries, they love Coach. They love to buy it here. So Coach is a very recognizable brand. It is an American brand, but I think it's a notable brand. I think it's something that a lot of people love. And when people see Coach, they know that it's a high quality brand. I've never really seen Coach have really low quality items. And for the most part, they stand behind a lot of the quality of their items, especially full price boutique style handbags. Outlet can kind of be a little bit of a hit or miss, but I think it is a notable brand. Frozen Luxury says Kiki with the girls. Yes, we are kikiing with the girls. Um, BJ says, do you still go out while on your weight loss journey? Yes, but I cut down the when even when I go out, and this goes even not even like going out like that. This goes even like going out to dinners and stuff. I first of all, I've been saving like a lot of money. My bank account has been looking pretty cute because I don't go out like that. Because going out on a night, I usually, not gonna lie, I usually spend like anywhere from like $100 to $200 a night. So if I go out 3 times, that's $600 a week, and that's a lot of money. Or that includes maybe like a dinner. Dinner usually for me is like $60. So for me, I just been a little bit more at home, and I've been kind of like cutting down. I've been kind of focusing on myself and kind of getting things done. So for me, I still go out, but I cut it down way more by 50%. So if I went out, this includes like dinners and going out foods and stuff, like maybe out of 5 days out of the week, now I probably do like 2 days. Like I'll probably have like two like little bit mid to high end dinners and probably going out, but I don't get as crazy, and I don't really drink a lot of alcohol or like a lot of beer just because I feel like shit the next day. I feel super bloated. I feel awful. And so for me, I really cut down. And I learned to be a little bit more of like like the responsible one in the group. So for me, I prefer to be the responsible one and kind of take care of everybody. And I kind of like that role, but still having a good time. But yes, I still go out, but I just don't go out nearly as much as I used to. I cut it down by a lot, and I honestly feel a lot better. I feel a lot healthier. I feel a lot more refreshed. I feel a lot more energized. So much comes out of not going out as much. It's fun in the moment, but I honestly, I don't regret it because it's something that I chose to do, but I feel like a lot better when I don't. So probably if I go out tonight, I probably won't go out the next 2 days. This is probably the only day out of the week, just because I kind of want to focus within myself a little bit more. Alyssa the MUA says, "Hey Sergio, happy Friday to you." Um, let's see. Let's see. Hi Sergio, your thoughts on the Christian Louboutin Valera 2 sneakers considering purchasing? Let me Google them up, just so I know exactly which ones. I like them. I like the studs. The only thing you have to be careful about not poking other people. I remember like complaints like when we were after Nordstrom is like it would poke other people, especially the back ones, or you would or like if you walk like this, sometimes those spikes in the white kind of damage the other side of the shoe and vice versa. So you have to be a little bit careful. I probably would just, if there's shoes that just have the spikes in the front, I'd much rather do that. But the back, since they go more on the side, it's very easily when you walk, or especially if you take like a picture and stuff, to scratch the shoe. Not even scratching other people, but just scratching the shoe, and over time you can get wear on the sides. That may bother you, that may not, but I decided that I would mention it. I do like them, but I don't know how much where you would be able to get them if that would bother me. Because I know if I bought them and I start seeing like scratches a lot, that would bother me. And that happened to me with a pair of Valentino shoes that had rock studs around like that. And then up in the front, it would scratch the smooth leather, and it kind of drove me crazy. So I ended up selling them. But I like them. I think they're cute. But the only thing about it is, um, uh, they may get a little bit of scratches on it. Let's see. No worries about language. We are all adults enjoying dialogue. Oh, thank you so much. I know sometimes like just whatever comes out of my mouth comes out, but yes. Um, but thank you. A Lopez says, I want your Antigona. Oh, I love my Antigona. It is one of my favorite handbags in my collection. I still have it. I got it many years ago. I have a little baby red one. I love the Antigona. It's one of my favorite bags in my collection. And I think it's still a powerhouse handbag, regardless of what people say. I love the Antigona. Um, Let's see. How do you feel about the Fleming diamond perforated convertible shoulder bag? I love it. I saw it online. I have yet to see it in person. So it's from Toy Birch. When the moment you said Fleming, I said, "Oh, I already know what you're talking about." I love it. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's a little bit pricey. I think it's a little bit more pricey than like the original Fleming. That also went up. I think now the original Fleming is $600. The diamond one is $700. But it's so pretty. I think laser cut in handbags, especially Kate Spade, used to do a lot of it back in the day. They don't do as much, but I think laser cut handbags that have details like that are really pretty for the spring and the summer, and also great transition to the fall. I love it. I think it's really pretty. Um, let's see, are any of these shoes we are the same size? Oh, we're the same size 40, 41. I mean, I have the best of both worlds because I can get to wear men's shoes and women's shoes. Usually in the sale section for men's, it's usually like the smaller feet, kind of like the 40s and the 41s that are usually left, because usually people get like 43, 44, and then like the smaller ones like 39 to go first. So I can have best, and then for women's like shoe sale, 40, 41, even 42 sometimes, depending on the shoe. I have a good choice. So I like my shoe size because I can go in between men's and women's shoes. Um, but yeah, we are. I guess we love Antigonas and we have the same shoe size. Um, uh, Sergio, hola mi amigo, hola, ¿cómo estás? What are your? Have you seen the Louis Vuitton bum bag? What are your thoughts? Let me see which one, because I know that they made a gate in it before, but I want to see if there's any other versions. I've seen the gate one and I've liked it. Oh, I've never seen the puzzle version. Oh, I love it. Anything with Loewe puzzle, there's nothing that I've seen puzzle that I don't like. Obviously, there may be quirky styles, but it's a really pretty bag. Anything puzzle I love, but I've seen them do like a gate one, and I didn't really like it because it was like too like weird. Felt like you were like, especially if you wore it like this, it looked like you had like a heart, or like if you wore it as a belt, I feel like it would be too bulky. But that one seems like the leather's soft, so it will kind of mold into your body. Um, let's see. Have you? I know you don't wear heels, but what do you think of the new trendy platform heels like Versace and Valentino? I prefer the Valentino ones a million times more. And the reason why I like the Versace ones a little bit more is because I find that I love the satiny. I love all the colors that they come in. I think they're very fun. I think they're very youthful. I think they're very cute. I love them. Whereas the Valentino ones are a nice trend on a platform, but they're more kind of like ladylike. They're more kind of like prim and proper, versus the Versace ones are a little bit more fun. I love both because I love, even though my style is more like this, I still love me Versace. And if I was a girl, I'd probably get both, if I'm being honest, but I'd probably get the Versace ones first. The only thing is, since the Versace ones, most of them are satin, those ones will get so dirty so fast. Like if you take them to a club or to a bar, they would get trashed, honestly, the first night. Versus the Valentino ones, they seem like they'll hold up a little bit better. Even like if you don't take them to a bar and to the clubs, I find that the Valentino ones would hold up better, and I think they won't be. I feel like they're not as trendy as the Versace ones. I think the Versace ones are here for a moment, and then I think after a while they're going to be kind of like a been there, done that type of shoe. But I do love the Versace ones. I think for the moment Versace ones long term Valentino, but I do love both of them, and I do know pretty much about most of the shoes that are out there, even if they're heels. Kelly, hey Sergio, what do you think of the new Fennyography bag? I'm kind of loving the silver one. Let me Google it up. I think it's the one that says like Fenny on the side, like on the back. Oh, I love the bag. The only thing is I'm worried about the hardware. When I use the bag, like as a hobo, when I carry it and it has the Fendi here, how am I supposed to wear the bag? Am I supposed to take my dust bag out and set it like this? Am I supposed to set it like this? The only thing my issue is I don't know how the hardware would wear over time. Is the hardware made out of really good material? Is it gonna scratch easily? Like I would want to know how it would wear. I do love the bag. I love the idea of it, but I would want to know how it would wear a long time. Just because if you keep setting it down, it's gonna get scratched. Even if you use it for one day, it's gonna get scratched. It's gonna get banged up. Even like you can look at the feet of any handbag, you can see the wear on it. And sometimes they've used the bag a lot. Sometimes the gold kind of comes off and it's kind of like that, like rubbish color. And so for me, I would want to know the wear on it, longevity, or does Fendi recommend whenever you're setting it down, you set it more like this? But then if it's a light color, will it get dirty? So if I were to get this bag, I like the bag a lot to begin with. I would honestly wear it like this. So I'm gonna take the strap off just so you kind of see what I'm talking about. I would honestly I would always carry the Fendi handbag, the dust bag, and I would put the dust bag down and I would put the bag like this. But then if you're out and about having Sunday fun day, you're out at a dinner, sometimes you don't want to do that. So you kind of have to put it on the side of your chair, or I would have the dust bag and lay it down like that. But I do like it a lot. I think it's really, really pretty. But I don't know the longevity as far as like the wear and tear, not longevity as how trendy it will be, just the wear and tear that the bag would get, especially if you use it a lot. Um, let's see. And AJ's HR says, okay, should I go back and look at the tabby? Yes, I would actually look at them at Saks. A lot of them are 20% off right now. I think the tabby, the regular tabby and the tabby pillow ones, they're both in the 20% off event. And I think that they're both really, really great. So I love them. I will still wear my classic tabby pillow for the rest of the season, for the rest of the year. It's kind of a forever bag, especially since I have the beat back chain on it. But I think it's still going strong. Ernest says, you're glowing boo per usual. Um, let's see. Per usual. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Geneva Diva put a little heart and a little kiss. Thank you so much. Jordan says thoughts on let's see, Faruli page. I'm not familiar with that, so let me Google that up. Oh, I've seen it before, but I have not seen it in person before. But the bags are really pretty. They are kind of in that price point, kind of like Goyard and some of the other brands. I do like it. I like it because in a sense it's a handbag brand that not a lot of people have, and it's a handbag brand that has, I'm pretty sure it has like a good history. It just I can look it up. So they have a flagship store in France, 21 Rue Cambu. They have one in Korea, Paris, Hong Kong, Melbourne, Seoul, Singapore, Taipei, so Tokyo. So it is a little bit more of a smaller brand, but those smaller brands tend to do well with like a super like more of a niche group because it's a little bit more low key. I do like them. I think they're pretty cute, and I think it's a great alternative. Like if you like Goyard, and I'm not comparing both of them, but as far as like the print, kind of like that look of a print, it's a great alternative to Goyard, which is a little bit more out there. A. Lopez says, I'm going to Texas to shop because of you. Well, make sure to go to all the TJ Maxx's, Last Call, Nordstrom Rack's, and even like certain thrift stores in certain areas are pretty popping here in Texas. So I'll check it all out. The shopping here in Texas is really, really great. Um, yes, I love the puzzle. I love anything that the puzzle comes out with. Loewe puzzle bag, I love it so much. N- Nana says Versace came out with a soft pink. Yes, they came out with the shoes in like violet, pink, all the beautiful like yummy colors for the spring. I love them, but the only thing is, if I were into heels and I were to buy them, I would be like, oh my god, I don't know how if they were gonna get like a lot of wear on them, but they're so pretty. They look like you want to eat them. At least for me. I wish you could choose a hardware on all bags. I'm not a fan of gold. Yeah, I mean, gold will not always be my first choice either. I would always choose kind of silver. But when something's very popular, sometimes they tend to do it in other hardwares. But I know for the most part, Fendi does do a lot of gold. I feel like they're kind of known for gold. But hopefully they do them in other variations through the seasons. Because if something does well, they do them in different variations to kind of meet every customer's needs. Um, Hi, Sergio. Your recommendation for a good woman's everyday sneakers. So I would say my Troy Birch Good Luck Trainer, my Troy Birch Howl sneaker, my Beija classic sneakers. Those ones are really great. Um, the best sneaker by Isabel Marant is a really great one. I like the Alexander McQueen platform sneaker. That's also a great one. And I'm trying to see through here. I'm not gonna lie. I like a good Chanel sneaker. I think they do good sneaker. I think they do good sneakers, and those are gonna be my favorite sneakers that I like. But if you only want one designer, I would honestly go for the McQueens. They give you a little bit of extra platted platform. I have 5 pairs. I love all of them. And if you're gonna go for contemporary, I would say go for the Beija one. I think Beija one's 150, McQueen's are 580, and sometimes you can find the McQueen ones on sale. But I would those are would be my recommendations. Um, let's see. Hi from Orlando. Thoughts on the Gucci X Adidas collab? I'm not a big fan of it. I think Prada did one. Didn't Pharrell did one with Chanel. So I feel like it's like too much Adidas and too much collabs. I know they're known for collabs, like even like back in the day, like Jeremy Scott. Not a big fan of it, but I'm not the biggest like athletic brand person. Like I don't own any Nikes, any Adidas. I only own like Asics, and so for me, I'm not a big kind of sporty clothing brand person. So I'm not. It doesn't appeal to me. Maybe compared to other audiences. Yes, I mean, when are the designers going to catch on to that? Hi from Fort Lauderdale. Hi from Houston, Texas. Girl, have you seen the Versace and Gucci shows? We are dead. I already got them, so who cares? Um, it's called Bianco. Um, yeah, the shows have been good. I prefer the. I've always been a big fan of Versace shows. I feel like there's never been a Versace show that I didn't really like. I think Versace. I love Versace. There's nothing like it. I went to Almar Curry Market on a recent trip to SA because of you. It was super beautiful shopping center. Oh, I have to check it out. Alamo Curry Market. I'm gonna put that. I think I probably have been there, but I just, me se me va la onda a veces. Oh yeah, yeah, I've been there. Yes, they have a good shopping center there, and they have like a good amount of stores. When I was there, I was like, oh, I was shocked. There was like a lot of good stores there. Hopefully, you found some good stuff. This company is crazy cheap. Ex in quality leather on Mainspring got all of mine for $40. Um, that's something that I want to look out at. Blanco. How do you feel about the Daymasters or NS1 by Dolce Gabbana? So, in general, I'm not a big fan of Dolce Gabbana, but I'll give you my opinions on it. So the Daymaster, I do like. I think that they're a great chunky sneaker. I do like that the D and G is not in your face. It's kind of like stitched into it. It kind of like takes a little bit of the D up in the front and the back, and it takes a little bit from the G as well. So I like that it has the branding on it, but it's not super in your face compared to. I think this is the other one that you're talking about. Um, yeah, the NS one I'm not a big fan of. I think it's a little bit too much for my tasting. I would honestly go for the Daymaster. Dolce Gabbana is not my favorite brand, but I would go for the Daymaster a little bit more just because I haven't seen people wear that one as often, and B, it looks a little bit more cleaner, and I like that the D&G is kind of like incorporated a little bit within the sneaker versus the NS one. When are you going on another trip outside of the country? When you went to London, it was like almost I was there. I should be going to London in this. I was gonna go early spring, like next month, but I'm probably gonna end up going in the summertime. I'm just kind of waiting for tensions to kind of go down, if you know what I mean. I don't want to be stuck in a country, I mean, God, hopefully nothing happens, but I'm gonna wait till the waters kind of settle down a little bit, and the last thing I want to do is be stranded in a foreign country all by myself. Because if I do go, I want to go to Paris. I want to go to London. I want to go to all these different countries. So I'm waiting for things to kind of settle down, if you know what I mean. And I did have to move everything a little bit further out, but that's really fine by me. I just don't want to be by myself with nobody that I know, um, outside of like YouTube and stuff. So I will be going back. I'm just waiting for things to kind of air out a little bit, if you know what I mean. Um, but I do want to go back to London very, 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 very soon. Skip those, please. It's not a flex thing. DNG is just not right. Glenn says, I'm your oldest subscriber. Well, thank you for that, Glenn Converse. Uh, Commander says, Coblianco, classic leather sneakers, leather and just buttery soft. Honestly, I never had better ones. Just other shoes of theirs are just whatever, plain Jane. I'm going to look it up. I put it right here on my Google search. So after the live stream, I'm going to look it up because I definitely want to look up this brand. And if you're saying that they're good quality, I'm always about quality. So I always want to check it out. Commentator 541 and then forget my name says hi everyone. Everybody says hi. If we get this video thumbs up, I would appreciate it. BJ says love Fendi and Versace separately, but fiance made my eyes hurt. I feel like it was kind of remind me of like H&M and Versace. It was like a little bit too over the top, but I do like it, and I probably will end up purchasing at least something from the collection, regardless if it's like a card case or a piece of jewelry. Even though I don't buy custom jewelry like that, I do want to incorporate something from that collab. Um, Glenn Converse, I think I'm the oldest. I have sons older than Sergio. That's what Tammy says. Well, I mean, I love that my audience is very broad. I like that I have all different types of people, and also that goes when I meet people or when I worked on Nordstrom. It would be all different types of people watching my videos. So I would always appreciate it, and I feel like my channel's for everybody. I feel like anybody can take at least something from my videos. Maybe not all the videos, but some of the videos. Um, Come to Austria, girl. Oh, I mean, I would love to go to Austria. I want to go. I see when I go to Europe, I want to like go for like 2-3 weeks, but I'm just waiting for tensions to come down. Um, Hola, Sergio, Lily. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Miss Liz says, hi, Sergio. Love your videos. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. When are you coming to Las Vegas? That is going to be right before 4th of July, the weekend before, because I'm throwing my iconic 4th of July um, party. I threw one last year in Dallas, my apartment complex, and literally 50 people came, and the place had to be called. And I mean, it was so much drama, but it was like probably the best beach, like the best pool party. And so right now, I already kind of like started sending invites. Like there's gonna be like so many people in my apartment. Um, and I'm actually getting like the locks and more camera, like everything installed. So yes, I'll probably write a weekend before that or the weekend after that, my big 4th of July kind of party. Just because my 4th of July pool parties are best. It was good last year. It's gonna be even better this year because the pool in this apartment complex is a lot better. And I feel like the vibe here is very much kind of like that hot girl summer vibe. Um, let's see. Best SOG in your opinion. So by best SOG is my Goyard card case. I love my Troy Birch Walker card case. I love my little Gucci wallet that I have. My Chanel Caviar long wallet. I love anything that I basically have. I love. I wouldn't have it if I didn't love it. Well, those are some of my favorite ones. I think a Louis Vuitton key pouch you can never go wrong with. I also like the MCM ones. I like the classic Bottega woven smaller card cases as well. I think the YSL card cases with the YSL on them, or the ones that are more embossed, I like as well. But those are some of my favorite SOGs that I like. Um, don't worry about Ukraine; it will not spill over. I don't know. I'm a very skeptical person. I mean, if I was going with a group of friends or with a family, it'd be different, but I don't know. Just don't want to go and be stranded. I mean, you just never know. And I'm like usually a spontaneous, not a scary person, but I don't know. I don't want to take my chances right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Um, hey Sergio, I love you. And then Prague. I think Prague is also must have you have not been. No, I have not been. I really want to go to a lot of the European cities and just live out of my suitcase. Like I want to live out of two suitcases, like a carry-on and a big one, and just travel, or maybe bring it empty and have like clothes, and then just kind of buy clothes, and just see how it is. It's okay, trust. I lived through 3 wars. Well, I mean, you do have a point there. You do. But I don't know. But I will be going regardless in the summertime. So it's gonna be. I feel like the summertime in Europe is really pretty, and I also in the Europe in the summertime you don't have to carry like a lot of jackets and scarves and all that. You can really have like one lightweight jacket and you'll be fine. So for me, it's also a little bit better to have it because you can have they're more lightweight clothing too. you can bring more sandals and stuff. So it's not, there's more space to put into your luggage. Um, the Goyard card case, is it leather or canvas? Um, the Goyard card case in the front and the back is canvas, and then the glazing throughout it is going to be leather, and on the inside it's going to be lined in leather. Are you going to take your are you going to take your designer to Mexico? I'm going to Guatemala, and I'm reserved about it. So every time I go into Mexico, I always bring designer. So last time when I was in Monterrey for a week, I took everything, like every because I was in Dallas. I was in Houston for 5 days or for a few days looking at apartments, and then I drove to Corpus. I was there for a day, and then we went in my aunt's car, and she drives like a BMW of the year. Not like Brian, because I'm not even a car person. I just drive a Toyota SUV, but she drives like SUV BMW, really nice, and we don't really have any issues. But it's also Monterrey. It's like 2 hour drive. Um, and during the day too, not during the night. And I brought everything. Like I went shopping. I was never afraid of anywhere where I went designer. I will say one time I did go out by myself to a bar, and I made the mistake of being a little bit of a stubborn person, and I was wearing like my Givenchy red bag. Like I had a Burberry shirt that said Burberry on it. Like I was like more flashy, and I feel like I shouldn't have been that flashy. But I'm personally not usually afraid to carry things to foreign countries or Mexico. But also, I was staying with family. I wasn't staying like I don't know if you have family in Guatemala. If you're going family, I was at my aunt's house, so it was I knew everything there was gonna be safe. Everything's gonna be secure, and I knew me myself going out by myself or with family members, I felt safe. Like I never felt like, oh, I shouldn't be carrying my Bottega bag out in the street. I always felt secure, but I also used common sense. Like I knew, like to this bar, I'm not gonna bring my Chanel 19. Like I'm just not gonna bring that. I'll bring my Bottega because it has no logos, and for the most part, a lot of people, unless you live like more in the affluent areas, people don't really know what certain things are. They'll see a shirt that says Burberry, unless it's not like the iconic pattern, like this. But if your shirt just says like Thomas Burberry or TB, most likely people are not going to know what that is. It's mostly like the GGs, the LVs, the Burberry monogram, the Fs for Fendi. Those are things that I would kind of be more hesitant. But if you're wearing like McQueen sneakers or, you know, things that say maybe YSL discreet or like Loewe, stuff like that, I really wouldn't worry too much about it. Um, but yeah, guys, it is 1 hour and 22 minutes. If you guys have any final questions, I would love to answer them. I'll give you guys about like a minute or two, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream. And I think I may get a workout in. I don't know. I'm gonna FaceTime some of my friends and see what they want to do. But yeah, don't worry about taking your stuff. Just be cautious. But also anything. Yeah, Monterrey is different than Guatemala, but I've also taken designer to Mexicali, Tijuana, San Luis, Querétaro. So a lot of places in Mexico, and I've never had any issues. But Mexico and Guatemala are a little bit two different places. So I would just be careful. Crystal says, "Oh man, I missed it. Will you watch replay, Crystal?" But every Friday, and you can come back every Friday at 7, and I'll always do one. So even if you miss the next one or the next one, I'll still be here, love. Is $100 a lot for a Givenchy wallet? Even if it's a card case, no, I think that's pretty reasonable. Givenchy is not a powerhouse brand as some of the other ones, even though it's very prestige. It's not like some of the other brands. I feel like they kind of lost a little bit of their touch, but it's also because they're doing a rebranding as well. Even here, there's like no point in distribution for Givenchy other than bags and shoes. I don't even think Saks or Neiman's carry Givenchy ready to wear in Texas. I don't even think even in Neiman's North Park carries Givenchy ready to wear. So I mean, I can see why it's just not as big as some of the other brands. But I mean, I do like Givenchy a lot. But with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and live stream. I want to say thank you so much for everybody for participating, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream Friday at 7. All right, guys. See you on the next one. I actually got quite a lot of stuff. I love Givenchy. I have a lot of their items, but I notice it's not pushed as much as some of the other brands that you guys see. But yes, guys, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys, and take care.